So we're somewhere between brothers and father and son. How do you feel about that?
Totally. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have no idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
Love you, son.
And we'll miss you.
Yeah.
And both of my parents passed away prematurely, suddenly and unexpectedly. And what happened in those instances for me is that I didn't personally take the time to grieve the way that I should have. Mm-hmm. I did what most gentlemen would do, and I don't mean to generalize all of the gentlemen that are here with us today, but I took all of that grief and I stuffed it away in that invisible filing cabinet and thought that I could misplace the key and not worry about it ever again. Mm-hmm. And it did not work out that way. And my wife, Rebecca, when we started to have children and our family was growing, every special occasion was very emotionally sensitized for me in particular. So my wife, Rebecca, said, Jason, I think you need to speak to somebody about this grief that you're trying to process. So I began to see a grief counselor, and that was extremely beneficial for me. Now, one of the exercises that the grief counselor had me complete was to write a letter to each one of my parents, sharing everything that I would have said to them if I knew that it was the last time that I would speak to them.
Right.
What I had to do is I had to invite my family to that follow-up grief counseling session.
And read the letters.
And I had to read the letters.
I mean, that must have been tough.
And that was one of the toughest yet most incredible experiences that I've ever had in my life. And the grief counselor expressed to me following that session, he said, Jason, when feelings of emotion come up related to your grief, feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. Don't start piling things away in that invisible filing cabinet as you've indicated. So that leads me to a question that I have for you. Had I had the opportunity to sit down with my father and not read a letter, but actually say the things to him that I wanted to say, I'm going to ask you to look at Nelson and to share with him from your heart what you want him to know.
Nelson has 3 children, and so he's got three in-laws, and I'm one of the 3, and I'm fortunate enough to live close by. We decided to move to Birmingham in 2000 because of a job opportunity, but we picked it because we wanted to be close to Nelson and Mary. We thought it was important to, keep close to the family. Well, so over the last 17 years, I probably spent more time with Nelson than anybody, right?
Yeah, true.
Except for Mary and Kim. And so, I guess I know him better even than my own father. And I've learned more from him, life lessons, and not just IBC. I'm talking about life lessons because, he's a strong Christian. And, I didn't get baptized until 1986. And so I was still a newbie Christian when I came here in 2000. Mm-hmm. So I probably learned more about life from you than anybody else. Okay. And the older I get, the more of a strong Christian I become. And I like to believe that's because of you. And so, I think our relationship is somewhere between a father and son and best friends than anything else. And I can't really categorize it because the time we spend together, every morning we have coffee together, and sometimes I'm in a bad mood and it doesn't go well. And sometimes Nelson isn't feeling well, so it doesn't go well, but it's something that happens every day, right?
See?
So, I just think that I know Nelson. I believe I know you better than anybody else on the planet except for your wife. That's my feeling.
Probably.
So, and I'm not going to say anything about you that you don't want it said about. But No, I think
I can handle it.
I think so. We're somewhere between brothers and father and son. Does that? How do you feel about that?
Totally. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have no idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you,
Love you, son.
and we'll miss you.
Yeah.